everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Ask the Crown. I'm Elizabeth Seyfried, Miss United States 2014 and Miss World Americas 2015. I'm so excited to be introducing the 2015 class of Miss World America, who will be competing this summer in Washington, D.C. in July.
Hi, I'm Taylor DeMario, Miss Delaware World 2015.
Tell us about where you're from and your family and your community.
So I grew up in a small town in Monroe, New York, where I actually left to go to the University of Delaware. And I ended up, after I graduated with a bachelor's in marketing, I ended up staying here. And I love it in this community. Everybody is so nice and so down to earth, and you know, it's great. You can just walk to the restaurants and everybody's always constantly out. And I just miss my family. So my parents are still in New York, and I have one brother who's actually in medical school at the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. I would say he's definitely my role model, and you know, I can't wait to see what he actually does with being a doctor.
Tell us something about yourself that no one else knows.
So something that's so exciting is that I was just accepted into the Daughters of the American Revolution. And the DAR is a national organization that you have to prove your lineage all the way back with official documentation, you know, birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates, everything, all the way back to the Revolution. So it took me about 2 years to finally be accepted, and you know, it's just so exciting because they do a bunch of community service projects all the time. We meet monthly and we get to, you know, network with other chapters and see what they're doing as well.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself when you were young, what would you say?
If I could write a letter to my younger self, I think I would just tell her that, you know, things aren't the end of the world. Sometimes, you know, when you're younger, kids can say some pretty harsh things, and I remember this one time. I actually came home crying from school because I curled my hair for the first time ever in middle school, and somebody told me my hair looked like it was attacked by a curling iron. I look back at that now and I laugh, and I wish I could just go back and tell myself not to be so hung up on what people say and not to be so hung up on being perfect, because no one's perfect. And you know, what makes somebody beautiful is what's on the inside, you know, not having a perfect curl in your hair per se.
Tell us about your Beauty with a Purpose project and how you selected it.
So my Beauty with a Purpose project truly is something that means a lot to me. I've been doing it for over 6 years because about 7 years ago I had a family member diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And the best way for me to explain this is that can you just imagine the fear that would wash over you when you go to get out of bed in the morning and you just can't get up? You can't feel your hands, you can't feel your feet or your legs, nothing. Well, this happened to my family member 7 years ago, and he was rushed to the hospital and misdiagnosed with some crazy diseases about 5 or 6 times. They finally realized it was multiple sclerosis, and back then I didn't understand what it was or know how to react. So about a year went by and I knew I had to do something to at least show my support for this family member. So I ended up creating a walk team for the Walk MS, the National MS Society, and you know, within 2 weeks I raised $2,000. After that, I made it a point to show other people that just one person, one girl in college, could raise $2,000 in 2 weeks. So I've been, you know, going out to the community, speaking with children and speaking with other young women and people my age as well, that, you know, you can make a difference. And in that 6 years that I've been involved, I've actually raised over $24,000, and I'm now starting a fund for children with pediatric MS. I actually want to fund research for that, for pediatric MS at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Knowing that Miss World is a community ambassador, tell us why you should be Miss World America.
So Miss World America is a job, and I feel I've been doing that job for 6 years or more now. I constantly am going out there empowering other women, empowering young people in general to get out into their communities and volunteer, whether it be for the MS Society or for their organization of choice. And doing that job of Miss World America requires being able to public speak and being able to go out and encourage those people to follow in your footsteps and raise money and raise awareness for these diseases that truly matter. And, you know, doing all of the work that I've done, I think that what I've learned is that sometimes all it takes is talking to one person to get them excited about fundraising or excited about volunteering in their community. And I think that the Miss World organization truly values what I value in community service, which is why I chose this organization. And if crowned Miss World America, I actually already have plans to take my fund international. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that, you know, I'll do it anyway, because I don't need a crown, which is what I love to tell people as well, to do the community service and to fundraise. But it would be a great way to show the world that Miss World America can take things international and find a cure for multiple sclerosis.
Tell us a fun fact.
Something that I love to tell people that they're always shocked about is that I shoot, trap, and ski. It's something that I've always done with my father, and we use it kind of as a bonding thing. We'll go over Thanksgiving or, you know, anytime I come up to go home, and it's just fun and something great to do with my dad, and he gets a kick out of it every time I hit a clay. So I love doing it with him, and it's something that I always love to shock people and tell people that, you know, I love to shoot trap.
Thank you so much to everyone who let us interview them on Ask the Crown, and thank you to everyone for watching. I'm so excited to meet all the women in Washington, D.C. in July who will be competing for Miss World America.